Welcome back to Justice for Heinz. Harold Frentzen in Formula 1 99, and round 5 brings us to the Circuit de Catalunya in Spain. And going in, I think this is going to actually be a very fun and very satisfying circuit to lap in this game. Not to mention the track is much wider, which after last time, I'm very grateful of. I'm targeting a return to both the top step of the race and the championship today.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
We'll see. In the real qualifying, it was a 5th pole for the Flying Finn. Häkkinen's Saturday form holding strong indeed, but the gap between McLaren and Ferrari was now almost non-existent, less than 2/10 separating the top 4. Irvine besting Schumacher. Standout performances from Alesi and Villeneuve in their Sauber and BAR respectively, seeing them in the top 6 ahead of usual standout performer Rubens Barrichello and our boy Frentzen, who was 8th, less than a second separated the top 8 qualifiers. So once again, rain could play a part in this weekend, but kind of similar to the forecast from Imola, it may still be a dry race, but qualifying, as we can see, has got a similar setup of rainy at the start, cloudy at the end. Will it actually stop raining this time? We shall see. Also a comment last time out from Texaco83 mentioned that I should try the digital steering using the D-pad instead of analog because it's much more responsive, and I've been complaining throughout the season about the heavy steering, so I thought I'd give it a try when recording the practice footage, and it is much better. Still very heavy compared to previous iterations, but you can respond to it a little bit better, so I might run with that for this race and maybe the rest of the season if I like the feel of it. I said in the intro it's a wide track, but the AI still find incredible ways to block you on this circuit. Like, it's just they've so overdone the blocking mechanic on this. Where at first it felt like, oh, they're maybe thinking about making a blocking move, and then you realise it's every time. And now I just think they're going to murder me. Anyway, complaining over, let's head to track.
Catalunya has a fair share of long, constant radius corners, which together with an abrasive surface make this track tough on tyres. But it's a firm favourite with a lot of the drivers.
I mean, it is a fun circuit to drive, but I think this is around the time it started to really get its reputation for not being the best circuit for racing, and we will touch upon that more later. Okay, keeping an eye. Oh, that's looking pretty dry. I know exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to go out and it's going to start raining halfway around the lap. As it stands, it's Irvine from Fisichella, so slightly mixed up grid because of the rain so far. Häkkinen in 5th, Schumacher 6th. Where's Damon? Currently down in 11th. Still plenty to be worked out, I think. I'm feeling confident. Uncharacteristically so. So the target is going to be pole position. I think it's doable. I should stop talking while it's not raining though. I'm going to get out there. And we do get out there. This is our first flying lap of the Circuit de Catalunya. Now I've moved the car setup back to P2, which is the middle of the road setup of the 3 presets you get. And as you can see, hitting the rev limiter by the end of the start-finish straight. Down to 3rd gear as we navigate through turns 1 and 2, and then it's the long sweeping right-hander of turn 3. Slowly making our way back up to 6th gear by the time we hit another braking zone for turn 4. Again, back to 3rd gear. And as you can see, because I'm on the D-pad, the movements are a little bit choppier. It does mean though I can react and adjust the car positioning a lot better, but yeah, it's not as smooth as it would be on analog. Down to 2nd gear through turns 7 and 8 to be able to get that quick change of direction, and then carrying the speed through turn 9 Campsa, although I'll touch upon this later, feels like you can carry almost a bit too much speed through there. into the final sector, and I'm a little bit late on the brakes, and maybe with the downshifts, which means I run it wide into turn 10, but through 11, hook the inside, and then powering up to turn 12, which is flat, but I make a little bit of an overcorrection here, and run it out wide, and scrub off some speed, entering the 13th and final turn of New Holland. However, despite that,
Pole position!
it's like we're back in Formula 1 98. That felt good all the way through, apart from that little blip before the final turn. This is fun. I was right. This is fun to lap. And now I'm on the D-pad. It is slightly less smooth, but I feel much more reactive to if I need to make quick corrections. I'm timed to perfection. Everyone's come out on track while it's dry, but the rain has started again. Nailed it. Oh, it has remained dry, 12 minutes to go. But weirdly enough, not that much improvements in that time. Dennis is still third ahead of Fisichella. Right, one more. Oh! So much for it drying up again. It looks just ridiculously heavy. Has anyone... No, but this car's going out on track now. But again, will these times randomly change while it's throwing it down? Oh, everyone's now on track and it is dry, and oh my god. Still not that many changes, but I imagine it's all about to drop. Right, I probably don't have that much time left. Let's get out there. It's raining again already. The variable weather in this game, I would say, is just a touch too variable. Like, especially when the forecast says it's going to dry up later. Like, it also says in the manual, oh, the forecast can be wrong, and that's cool, but it feels like, more often than not, it's when the rain is involved anyway. It's just like, yeah, it's just going to rain on and off randomly, rather than kind of have the weather change over a session. At least that's been the experience so far. It's murderous at this point. Dude, come on. Damn. Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. But we hang on for pole. We'll see how much people have shut the gap to us in the starting grid. But that was a clinical lap at the right time. In the real 1999 Spanish Grand Prix, Eddie Irvine got such a bad start, not only did he lose out to his teammate, David Coulthard and Jacques Villeneuve, he would also accidentally slow down Schumacher, so both Ferraris spent the first part of the race stuck behind the BAR of the Canadian, only able to get free when the first round of pit stops arrived. This allowed the McLarens to build a gap at the front, and despite a spirited late fight back from Schumacher, it was a 1-2 for them, with Hakkinen taking the win. Reliability issues would end Villeneuve's and Frenson's afternoons, both retiring from potential points finishes. However, despite this retirement, Frenson was still 1 point ahead of David Coulthard in the Drivers' Championship. That's just how bad the Scotsman's start to the season had been. This race was infamous for having only one on-track overtake all afternoon. Hopefully we don't suffer the same fate today, although we are starting first, so actually I don't care. Just says cloudy, remaining dry again, so I expect no problems. It looks quite sunny, to be fair. Let's see, and Hakkinen, Hakkinen did get a late lap in, but we're still 6/10 clear of Mika Hakkinen. That's pretty solid. Fisichella still hangs on for 4th, ahead of Coulthard. Takagi in 6th. We've got a proper mixed up grid. Schumacher down in 10th. Sauber's in 7th and 8th. Damon's had an absolute mare though. Luca Bada was 13th. Oh, Damon.
It'll be 20th for Damon Hill.
Let's win. Let's win and get back on top. Simple as that. Häkkinen's there to apply the pressure once again. But we shall hold our nerve. We shall try to hold our nerve. Okay, we had a weird situation where I wasn't building up the revs last time. There we go. That's a bit more like it. Sticking first. And off we go. Wasn't the best reaction time. And yeah, Häkkinen rightfully jumps us. I think that's the only person who has. Irvine's having a look. And we're through cleanly. Irvine's still behind. Don't look there. Why would you look going into a high-speed corner? That was... Irvine's past us, but we can dive back to the inside. Oh, that wasn't me looking back mid-corner again. I had my finger over the wrong back button and tried to downshift with the wrong button. And this is what me holding my nerve looks like, apparently. Oh my god, I've done it again. Dude, you know where the buttons are. What are we doing? Come on. Häkkinen has actually steamed off quite well in that first lap. But we've also steamed off from everyone else quite well. Seemed to gain a little bit on the end of the start-finish straight. God, the amount of speed you can carry through turn 9 Campsa is a bit excessive. Like, there's too much grip available for you there. Even compared to the AI, you saw how much we gained on Häkkinen in that corner. So as it stands, Häkkinen, Frentzen from Coulthard, Irvine's dropped. Schumacher's in the points already, ahead of Ralf Schumacher, who started so low down. How is Ralf Schumacher just taking his place? It's 6th already. Campaign for anyone but Ralf Schumacher to score a point. Anyone but the 4 teams that have already scored points. How about that?
There it is!
It's not there yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Good run out this. Final corner, very close to the wall. I think our top end speed should do him. We are in the lead. Back onto the racing line. Job done. Come on, Rubens. I want Rubens to get a point. I want the Stewarts to be on the board. Ah, that was silly.
Oh, he slid onto the grass.
Where is he? Oh.
He's having a look at Häkkinen.
That didn't take long. That was... They really do, like, just not accelerate at some points where you would just be accelerating. It's very strange. It's looking a little bit darker, but shouldn't be a problem. I don't think we'll see rain. I think it's been established in the comments the last few rounds that the thing that causes the rubber banding in this game is not failures being on, it is having tyre wear and fuel on, which I turned off because I thought that was giving me cheap places in the pit stops. So I turned it off to make it harder, but I feel like I've accidentally made it easier because the rubber banding isn't now kicking in for Häkkinen to suddenly give me a hard time. And I'm already planning a second season on this, regardless of the outcome of this one, where I think we'll do 20 lap races, will have tyre wear and fuel consumption on. So it's a bit of a longer race with the pit stops kind of changing the order. I think I'll have failures on, even though it does only affect...
I don't believe it!
I know, Murray, no, I think I will have them on, yeah. Even though it does only affect the other drivers. I think I'll drive as Alex Zanardi, because Forza Alex, and it would be interesting to see what the season is like if we did it that way. I think that might be quite a fun season with that setup. Doing it this way has been more in line with how I've done my other seasons so far, but I think for this particular game, even on expert difficulty, it's just a bit too easy.
Get a load of this guy.
And look, I know I'm only 5 races in, and I currently don't lead the championship as I say all this, but this isn't the first time this season I've been able to get into the lead and pull out a gap that doesn't look like it's getting reeled in anytime soon. Also, to confirm, digital steering, like using the D-pad, definitely the way to go on this game. However, considering what I just said, I think I'm going to go back to analog for the rest of the season, just to give me something to fight with. Right, my goal now, ooh, other than not binning it, is there's a clump of back markers just ahead. I wanna lap some people. I want to assert my dominance. Hey, still, this version of the 1999 Spanish Grand Prix still had more on-track overtakes than the real one. Oh no, no! It's not how you assert dominance, where are you going?
The final lap.
I might catch this train by the end of the lap. I'm so far ahead, I've not had any position updates for ages. I am that far ahead, it's just not telling me what the order is behind me. So that will be a surprise. Or it probably won't be if Ralf Schumacher's still there. Damn, if I'd not had that silly off, I probably would have caught them. Well, it was but a blip in Monaco, as planned. Back to the top. Expert. So we are 31 seconds clear of Mika Häkkinen. Irvine recovers to third after being behind Coulthard, very close between Irvine, Coulthard and Michael Schumacher. And Ralf Schumacher, as sure as day follows night, is 6th in Formula 1 99. Well, in the end, it's a hell of an effort from Damon Hill, starting 20th, comes to 7th, gets ahead of Barrichello. Both of them just missing out on points. Just can't seem to dethrone Ralf Schumacher, but it's good, fair play, Damon. It's a solid recovery. Feel bad for Giancarlo Fisichella, who started, what, 3rd? Or 4th, I think it was in the end, down in 12th. And where's Takagi? 19th. I want some heroics. I want them to shake it up a bit. So obviously I'm very confident, but let's just have a reality check. We are back in the lead of the championship, but only by 3 points from Mika Häkkinen. So he's still sticking with us very tightly. Eddie Irvine is exactly a race win behind us as well. He's still in the mix. Schumacher in 4th and starting to drop back a little bit, and we all know that he will mysteriously drop back further at certain points in the season. In the Constructors, it's good. I mean, we're 10 points, still only 10 points away from McLaren. Very close between McLaren and Ferrari, dicing now, so McLaren, I think, retaking the lead from Ferrari by a point. We're there. We are going to need some double points finishes though, and so far we haven't had one, because typically the one race that Hill scored, I was nowhere. That's the real, that might be the bigger challenge. If we keep the consistency as, you know, in the Drivers' Championship, we might look very comfortable come the second half of the season. This is the one that I think is going to garner the interest throughout the season. Can we do it? There's not much we can do to impact it though, I feel. We just need Damon to score. Well, I hope I enjoyed the wide open space afforded to me by the Circuit de Catalunya, because it's immediately being taken away by the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve as we head to Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. Love this circuit, but yeah, if I get stuck in traffic on this game, the absolute murder ball. could get stuck in traffic, could be a frustrating one, could be a potential banana skin up next. See if we can avoid it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. Next round, very soon. Thanks a lot.